Okay, this is Bill and with Podcasters Home. And this is Podcasting 101. This is the orientation and this is the basics of the course. And if you follow along, this is the original course and I've got a deadline that we're running hard for. So the idea is to get the digital product up. Well, anyway, welcome to Podcasting 101. Okay, Podcasting 101. What we're going to go over is the why of podcasting. We're going to talk about specifically create, edit, post, and upload, and hobby to business. So let me go over the why in the introduction here. We're just going to talk about this a little bit. First of all, before we get into the why, what is a podcast? A podcast is derived from the word iPod and broadcast. Podcast is a digital media download through web syndication or streaming online using RSS. That's real simple syndication. The name was first used in 2004, and it's used with podcasting is iTunes, basically. And then from iTunes, a lot of other things involved, Stitcher, a lot of different radio systems. But anyway, as we drive on, the iPhone and the iTunes is really the core of what podcasting is today. But it's still growing. And later we're going to talk a little bit about netcasting. But first, let's get the basics of podcasting down. First of all, the basic equipment you need is not this fancy. You can see my old office, but really I started with just a laptop and one ATR 2100, and still that's probably the best and the easiest. I did some really good work there. Spent a lot of money, and you can see what I have down here to the right. Okay, what you're going to have to do is you're going to produce, edit the podcast. The things that you're going to be using are Audacity, GarageBand, and Adobe Audition. Adobe Audition is what we're going to be talking about in the Podcasting 101 course in detail. You're going to probably want to eventually get a website, and WordPress is by far the best. We'll talk a little bit about WordPress in this organization. And finally, hobby to business. So, first of all, in monetizing, in the hobby to business, the monetizing, you can do a lot of these things: affiliate marketing, sponsorship, digital products, membership sites, books, coaching, and speaking. And it can also be associated with your business. Really do well interviewing people around our town and community. And we have a real estate company, so the real estate gets a lot of benefit from the podcast. Affiliates, those are real easy. Amazon's probably the biggest one, but we make small amounts of money. We make some money off affiliates. It can vary from $1,000 to $10,000 a month. It can vary from $100 to $1,000 a month. Sponsors is another way. You can get sponsors. You can have local sponsors, our real estate company sponsors, and puts commercial in. Mail right sponsors. We cross-sponsor with other podcasts, and it does get effects. Products, writing a book, creating digital products like I'm doing now. This is my first one. I'll tell you what, though, digital products, a lot of work, so a lot more work than the podcast. And membership sites. And along with this course, you're going to get mastermind groups. We have an open one, Podcasters Home, which you don't have to be in any group. It's open to everybody. You can post your podcasts there. You can ask questions. And then we have Netcasters Home, which is a private group for Podcasting 101 and other members of Netcasting School, where you can ask more detailed questions. And finally, eBooks, coaching, and speaking. Working on all sorts of eBooks are easy today. We talk about that in Netcasting School a little bit, coaching and speaking. These are some things that sort of evolve off of just being around podcasting. It all starts with a podcast. By the way, these are our shows we have. WP Tonic to the left has made number 2 in WordPress category on iTunes. It was there for a long time. Meet the Voters, kind of a fun show. It gets some good listeners. We've had up to 3,000 people listen to one episode. And Timelines is my favorite show, been around forever. And it's a slow build and has helped us in real estate around the town of Reno. We've got about 260 episodes. And then Politics of Success sort of fits in with Meet the Voter. It is a show where we talk about to consultants. Okay, so CP, the next step. So the next step is let's get into this course. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take you through the process of how to really get your podcast up. Now on the topic, we'll talk briefly on the topic, but we really want to figure out how to get your show up. So there's three areas we're going to look at. We're going to look at produce the show. We're going to look at edit the show, and then upload the show. And now you'll have a podcast. After that, we'll go into more detail and other training about how to get more into monetization, how to promote your show, and as you think about going into a business. Well, thank you for tuning in, and we will talk to you soon.